right, welcome to another wonderful episode of Whatever by Hektek. I hope y'all had a prosperous weekend. For me, my weekend or my week's been kind of just doing everything for Velour Noir, which is very exciting. Can't wait to launch that project and to start this work to this exhibit, hopefully by spring of 2026. So, I'm joined by a young lady that I've known. I'm always joined by someone I've known for a long time for the most part. Anyway, I'm joined by a young lady that I've known for a very, very long time. And I'm very interested in getting into these questions with her. Hold on one second. Let me go and bring her in. Hello. How
Hi,
you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm always here and always moving. How you been?
I've been doing okay, just hanging in there, just pretty much staying to myself for the most part, and enjoying myself, getting my work done, just, having fun and staying out the way, I guess you could say.
Okay, good, good. So, first question, let's go ahead and get it out the way. You call yourself the DMV Gloryhole Princess.
Yes.
How did you come up with that name? Why does that name benefit you, or why did you pick that name for yourself? Like, tell us the story behind the story.
Okay, so when I first started content, I was trying to figure what lane was best for me. I found out that Glory Hole was my best money maker, so that's the lane that I chose. My friend Kim Swallows, she does glory hole parties, and it's pretty much for just people of like mind of the swinger and lifestyle community to just come together and have a good time, just with a different kink or aspect included. So I started going to our party, started having a good time, enjoying myself, and she is the glory hole queen. I am stationed, or I would consider I'm from Baltimore, but I'm in the DMV. That's where I'm stationed. That's my home. So we got the DMV Glory Hole Princess.
So I just found out because someone someone was like someone's from Richmond, so I was like, oh, DMV area, and they're like, nah, we don't claim. And they're like, just like Be More, like we don't claim that the DMV. And I was like, when someone tells you something, you be like, I really asked for all this information, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I can explain it in a better way, the DMV is kind of based around the DC metro system. So if you
Right.
can't catch the metro there, it wouldn't necessarily be considered a part of the DMV. So that's
Okay.
from me being a Baltimorean. If you can't catch the metro there, it would be considered a part of the DMV. Now you can catch the metro to some parts of Virginia. You can catch, it travels from Maryland, DC, and Virginia, but it doesn't go all the way out. So I guess whatever Virginia's metro system is, whatever their bus metro system is, that's what takes place after our last stop, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, would have to be the airport, or maybe like one or two stops after the airport. But that's what I learned. So do with that information however you see it.
Noted. Just like, there's many different cities around the Tampa area, but it's just easy to be like Tampa. Like
Yeah.
because now if we know someone's from there, then we could go in depth.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? But we just be like Tampa area. We keep it moving. So
I feel like DC has its own problem because they kind of want to be their own state, but it's very small. So I feel like it has a lot to do with DC and their culture and them wanting to be known as their own entity, but it has never seen fit. So it's like it's a little different for them, I guess, because they're considered,
gotcha.
they're not a state. So
Nah, they are what are they called?
I can't think of it.
District of Columbia. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's
anyways,
the
we're not
District
here
of
for
Columbia.
geography.
Yeah.
We're not here for geography, clearly. Um, all right. So, what made you to piggyback off of the DMV Glory Hole Princess? What, how did you stumble upon glory holes and saying listen, this is my jam right here. This is what's going to make me money.
Um, I feel like me going and participating in the swinger community, me liking it because I'm more of an introverted type of person. I don't really like people touching and feeling on me that I don't know. So the wall kind of creates a barrier between me and the person on the other side. So it gives me the freedom to be able to do whatever I please without being distracted, I guess you can say. So I feel like that
Okay.
played a part of just me being comfortable, me knowing my boundaries, me not wanting to really go outside of those things. Or if I learned my lesson. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that again. I just feel like Glory has always been a safe space for me,
Hmm.
where I've always felt comfortable. And my first experience with Glory Hole has always been my friend Kim Swallow's parties. There are other people that do Glory Hole parties as well, but since I am an introverted person, I kind of only do her events. But I just fell in love with it. It was fun. It was exciting. The what they say, the aspect of not knowing, even though most of the time I always know. Um, yeah, it was just something that I felt safe with out of all of the things that this industry can offer.
Okay, so before we start and getting really, really into the show, who you think's more introverted, you or me?
Probably me.
Ah, I don't think so.
I would say me. I mean, because it's like for me, I really don't do anything outside of my job, and it's like I feel like when I see you at conventions and things like that, like people, you converse with people. Me, not really so much.
Oh,
Like
oh, I have to
even
put
when it
my
comes to,
face on.
I mean, it's hard for me to even put a face on.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like I'm still
She
a
said I
work in
be
progress.
juking and jiving.
Man, I'm still a work in progress. Like when I go to the conventions and things, I'm usually booked and busy. Like I got scenes, photo shoots, things, lined up. So I don't really get a chance to mix and mingle. But it's not really something that I'm into. Like I'm not like if you
Okay,
talk to me, I'll respond, I'll be nice, but I'm not sparking a conversation, with people that I don't know. I'm not like trying to meet people. I'm not trying to rub elbows. That's just not really my thing.
um, well, okay. I get you there. Yes, when I first got in, yes, I was trying to rub elbows. I was trying to be in all the rooms, and
Mhm.
because business dictates that's what I need to do. You see what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
Other than that, man, I'm in the crib. I'm dolo solo. Like I love it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get that. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that.
I
All
mean,
right.
I feel like I would be more popular and more like out there if I did do that. If I did rub elbows, if I did, because I feel like it's all about who you know. Like I never put myself in a position to really make those connections to really move
Okay.
forward with the people that know exactly what
No, I mean,
like.
I don't think so because you got a couple mainstream shoots under your belt. I feel like, especially now, I feel like, you know what? We're going to
We'll
get
get back
into
to
it. We're going to
that.
definitely get into it. We're
We'll get
going
back.
to get into it.
Okay.
You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever.
All right. So we left off on something that I felt is very, very important for people to hear. Um, today's space, I don't even think that matters. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because there's so many people that's popping up and people like, yo, you've heard of this person? You heard of this person? I'm like, no. And they be like, oh, they're popping. And you be like, why? You know what I mean? Like when we came in, when we got in the industry, we had to put boot the ground and we had to go and,
Mhm.
do stuff. These people are springing up like weeds with 300,000 followers, and they say they the most popular thing that since content been around.
I agree. I feel like it's a different wave when it comes to streaming and content and TikTok and all of these different ways of making income that it kind of started to blur all the lines together. Streamers wanted to be content creators, they wanted to find different streams of income. And it's just like, you already did something that gave you a following, which is the reason why you have what you have now to be able to back, your second career. I
Yeah.
started from the ground up. I didn't have a following. I had to build and grow. And, some people just like, I'm already popular doing this. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to switch over to this and move my followers that want to see me do this, do this. So it's a little easier for some, but I
You,
appreciate
you
my.
don't even know. You don't even know how many photographers have been like, "Yo, I want to get into the content world." I'm like, "Why?" And they were like, you blah blah blah. I'm like, "Are you making money now?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Stay there,
Yeah.
stay over there." Because
Hmm.
when you come over this way, and I definitely say it. Once you pull your dick out, it's over.
I agree. I agree.
It's over. It's over. Either your vanilla clientele is gonna look at you away, or the girls in the industry just gonna look at you like a trick with a camera. So you know, do what that as you may.
Ex-
Um. So yeah, but and I would say we came up in a different era too. Although we might not see each other all that often,
Mhm.
it used to feel like we were each other's biggest champions. Like we'd be like, "Oh shit, you just got on brasses, you just did this, you just did that. Oh, hey, boom, 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 boom." And now, none of that.
Mm-mm. None of that.
Even remember after conventions, everyone used to tag everyone that they saw, and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Some
None of
apples
that.
some apples spoiled the whole bunch. It's not, this industry is not as friendly as it was when I was in it. But it's just like, but I think back and I'm like, oh no, this was a face. They weren't really friendly. This was all their tactic of business of how they got by. A lot of these people aren't really friendly in real life. They just
Yeah,
play that role in your and at the conventions and in your face, and then it's just like, hmm. Then get to know them, and then you find out the demons in the closet. So,
listen,
and I
I
would
almost
say
said,
that, yeah, we did have
"Child."
each other's back. We did have each other's back, but was it genuine?
So I can only speak for myself,
Mm,
right? Yes, I love seeing my people on go. You know
okay.
what I mean? I mean, even when I see like you, Nasty Montana, Marley, like when I see certain people and I'm seeing them out here doing stuff and moving, I'm like,
Mm,
yo, because we all, like, if we had a freshman class, we all kind of came around the same time of that freshman class of our
mhm.
generation.
Yeah,
And it was fun.
it was fun.
Like I said, we didn't see each other a lot, but it's like, hey, yo,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like,
When we did, it was
it
like we
was
knew
just
each other from
different.
yeah. The vibe was definitely different.
Now the vibe is dry as fuck.
I don't even mess with anybody in the industry. Like, I don't deal with really any industry folk. I stick to what I know. I make my money. I mind my business. I hang out with my friends. That's it.
Yeah. So okay, so we gotta dig deeper into that. What made you be that way? Because like I said, although you said you weren't the friendliest, like every time we saw each other was always love and woof de woo. You know what I mean? So I could just go based off of that. But what made you be like, you know what? I'm good off of y'all.
Ungenuineness. I've been
Mm.
in so many situations where I felt like people were my friends, they were looking out for my best interests, and they had underlining agendas.
Mm.
I lost a lot of friends, with this industry, doing this industry. People that I thought that were my friends, that weren't my friends, that stabbed me in my back, that try to completely ruin my career in the beginning. When I was just starting out, like I've just been like, I guess you can say, experiences with just certain individuals just left a sour taste in my mouth to put me in a position like, you know what? I'm just going to take a back seat when it comes to certain individuals because I don't see things working out. And then just with the men, I would say just with the extra thirstiness, like you said, guys with a camera, he just want to, go, and it's like at the end of the day, I understand that sex is what I do for work, but I am still professional. This is still a business for me. I still talk with professionalism. I still answer questions certain ways. Like, I'm not out here like, just let's meet up. Let's just have fun. Let's just set up a camera. Let's just go. Like, I like things to be a little bit more professional because I've been in situations where I did that, and then the guy started liking me, and then he wanted to be my boyfriend, and then it's just drama on top of drama, and then it's like, oh, you the best I ever had, and it just became a lot, and it's just like, you know what, I just wanted to just be business. Like, I don't need to get to know you. You don't really get to need to know me because I know how to turn that shit on when it's time to turn that shit on when the cameras is rolling. Like, we might not have any chemistry, but when the cameras turn on, it's going to make it seem like we have known each other for a real long time because I just know how to do my job. Um,
Right.
there's a lot of guys that hit me up like, I want to get to know you first. Like, can we go on a date? And I'm just like, if you have to do all of that to do this type of work, you don't need to do it. Or you need to find a girlfriend or a content partner, someone that you have that connection with. Because I understand that a lot of people need connection in order to work. But I feel like with this type of work, uh, I don't really feel like it's necessary because it's like it's a couple people that I've done scenes with and I've never talked to them ever again afterwards. But a lot of people hit me up like that scene was crazy. Like we thought y'all was together. I seen that man on set and I see him around at conventions.
So on the flip side, I could definitely say I've been approached with, because we can only talk about our life experiences, right?
Of course.
And I've been on the flip side, girl hit me up and be like, yeah, I just want to vibe with you. I'm like, vibe? I'm like, I just want to shoot some content. Like, I don't want you like that. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm too, especially when it's professional. I think
Mhm.
that's why I didn't move. I know why I didn't move the way I was moving before, but especially since the new age started, like I'm just matter of fact. Hey, I want to shoot. This is what I want to shoot. This is what time. This is the place. What's up? And people didn't like that. They wanted to be buttered up and they wanted to be flirted with and they wanted to be. And I was like,
Mhm.
not. I feel like if I have to do all that, I might as well just go back to civilian life and just do that what I was doing back then. You know what I mean? Like
But I feel like that's
if I
the
gotta,
now because it's like
yeah.
I have yet to really like I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I haven't really shot with any really really popular guys that shoot content. Like, and they all know me, and I know all of them. I've seen them at conventions. We've conversed. We've exchanged numbers, talked about working, but we never actually get there because they get drunk. They've been out all night. I get a phone call 3 a.m. like, yeah, what's up? You trying to shoot that content? Like, nah, nigga, I'm not. You drunk, you been out all night, you turned up, you just looking for some pussy to get into at the end of your night. And it's like these are guys that are booked and busy. These are what we would consider porn star status men that work with companies and things of that nature. And I'm not sure if that's how they go about things because they just feel like they popular, they can do that, or they're really just thirsty women out here that be like, all right, bet, let's do it because they're popular. But it's like me, I'm not the butter you up type. I'm not the oh na 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 na. Nah, you're not gonna get that from me. And I feel like I disconnected from a lot of male creators because I wasn't like that. I wasn't groupie. I wasn't all over them. So it's just like, oh, she ain't really, she want to be paid. I don't pay all the other girls that I shoot with. Like I fuck them for free. So why would I pay you? And it's like, I get it. I mean, if that's the way that you do things, but that's not the way that I do things. So I feel like a lot of guys, I just mark off my list because cocky. don't want to pay, feel like they too good, they above the program because of their status in the industry. And to be honest, for me, that shit don't impress me. Because I'm just as good on camera as you are. Like this is a it takes two to tango type of situation. Like we both have to
Mm-hmm.
put in, effort. But
Mm-hmm.
if we have people that are lowballing themselves, doing it for free, we got people that's like, oh, I'm just gonna do it for the clout, or like, oh, I think he's so fine, I just want to fuck him. It kind of fucks it up with women that are just business minded and just want to do it because I know that we're going to look good on camera. I know that we're both going to make money. Like that's my mindset. I'm not trying to become your next groupie or your next thing because I've seen so many situations like that. Girls getting their names tattooed on them from the guy, and I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like, is this content world has turned into
Dating online.
yeah, it's like what they call it, like Ratchet TV, like Zeus Network. It's
Oh,
like a
oh, yeah. She said Zeus.
it's
Listen, the last convention that me and you were both at,
hmm
that's I remember being around the pool,
okay.
and I just I'll say my whatever to people, and then I'm like ducked off,
Yeah.
And I remember being by the pool, and I'm just looking, and I'm watching people, and I'm like, oh, these are just a bunch of groupies. And mind you, it was an industry only event, anyways.
I'm happy you saw what I saw because I thought I was the only one. Oh, okay.
No,
I thought I was the only one.
no. I I was like, I'm talking about, and surprisingly, right? Like I said, I can only speak from my life experience. It wasn't men.
hmm It was the girls.
I
It's so crazy.
happened to go
And
with another
it was the one in
photographer friend of
Miami,
mine.
right?
Yep. I
hmm
happened to go with another photographer friend of mine, and the one girl approached us, and I guess she knew he knew someone that was important, and she's like,
hmm
"Hey, can you introduce him? Because I just want to fuck him." And I was like, "Yo,
They're bold.
you don't know me from a can of paint. I could have been a big old exec over here, and I'm hearing how you move, and I'm like."
hmm
Alright, you see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. I was appalled because, yeah, have we been in some places and some freaky shit popped off? Yeah. Have we, you know what I mean? But this was like it was it was
We call that
probably been better
that was
than Love Island.
premeditated. That was premeditated. That's what that was.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one because I didn't even tell my homie that I was really kicking it with that weekend either. I was just like,
Yeah,
this shit's too much for me.
I looked around. I was completely turned off. I felt like everything was real cliquish. I
Mhm.
just was like, nobody's really out here getting wanting to get to know. And then I feel like it's already a problem with the black women when it comes to the industry if they're not really in the industry, if they're just content creators. Like we get treated like trash, we get treated invisible, no one talks to us, no one communicates with us. It's like if we ain't breaking our neck to like, hey, how are you, here's my business card, it's just like you're invisible. So you know what I did that weekend? I hung out. We rode jet skis. We went out to eat. Like I turned that trip into like a vacation because I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I went like the first day, and after that, I was done. And I think I went to like some of the after parties and stuff like that, but not interested.
It was, and I think that was the last one I went to too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to Exotica since then. I haven't been to that convention since then. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't even been to the one that I really love since then either.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm going to one convention, and that's only because that's where I started at, and I'm teaching classes there. But other than that, I'm good. I'm because the thing too is we used to go to conventions because we knew, okay, we could get about 5 to 10 good scenes while here because we would see people we normally probably wouldn't see,
hmm
right? Now, now you got to kiss ass and you got to do the most. And I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm
Yep.
so and when you find out too, I'm telling a lot of tea. But when you find out too how broke these motherfuckers really be, you
My goodness. It's like somebody was. I don't want to bring up names, but it was a very, very, very popular porn star. And when I say very popular, I mean very popular. Like been in the game for years. We were just sitting there having a conversation one day, and I'm like, and I was kind of young at the time, and I was like asking, like, I really want to do mainstream. Like, what do I have to do? Like, you know, just from black woman to black woman, like, and she was really giving me some tea, and she was really like putting me down, which kind of I would say discouraged me from even wanting to do it, having that conversation. Also, just of what I peep with my own eyes about how people move and things like that. People just really don't. A lot of mainstream people don't seem happy. They seem real drugged
no.
out, unhappy, and it's like that's not what I want for myself. Like, so it's like I had a conversation with her, and then we was just talking numbers, like just OnlyFans numbers, like alone, like, well, how much money are you making already? I started showing that she was like, bitch, I'm not even making that much money on like, as a whole on all of my platforms. And it's kind of
Mhm.
shocking because it's like, you one of the goats. Like everybody knows who you are. What do you mean that you're not making as much money as I'm making? So it's just like it's a lot of things that discourage me from wanting to do certain things, like going mainstream. Like I wanted to experience mainstream scenes. I wanted to, it was a bucket check off thing to me to just see if I was gonna like it, see if and it was cool, but it was like, nah, this is not something that I really want to do. So it's like I kind of move around to try to figure out what I like, what I don't like. And mainstream isn't really my thing. Even boy girl content, I realize, isn't really my thing. Like I'm getting to the age where I need a connection now in order for somebody to be on top of me. I
Listen,
don't know.
me and my man be having conversations like, hey, we need to go in here. We need to, handle business
Yeah.
before the wind would blow, and I'll be ready. But yes, you're 100%. So even for me, and that's why I think I asked you about the glory hole thing, right?
Mhm.
Because there are certain niches that people will create and do that, man, if you just stayed in that pocket, you could just do whatever you need to do and fuck the rest of this shit. Now you could do it if you want to do it, but there's no need. Like for me, once I started my dry humping series, and I was like, yo, people pay for this?
Mhm.
Why didn't I start doing this shit when I first got in?
I was wasting my time doing all this foolishness, and I could have been right here.
The most.
Yep.
And this shit's making me just as, if not more money, and doing less than that other shit.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why glory hole works for me. Cause it's like I'm not like I understand you if you want to fuck, but it's not necessary for me. Like I don't make my money that way. I'm not saying that there aren't fans that don't want to see that, but
Yeah,
most of my fan base want to see me do glory hole scenes, want to see me
yeah.
suck dick. They just want to see me, and I'm like, if I could just make my money off of sucking dick, why do anything else? It just doesn't make sense. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
What's what would you say be one thing if the fans knew would be about you that'd be shocking?
Mm. I don't know because I feel like I kind of tell my fans pretty much everything. Like I'm kind of vocal on Twitter. Like if you actually are a fan and you actually see what I tweet and things that I say, I feel like that would give you a lot of insight to who I am. And I'm not really a person that be like keeping secrets or holding things back. So I can't really think of too much of anything. I guess I guess after I finish doing this or I wrap all of this up, I kind of want to like live in the country. I want to have my own farm and my own garden, and pigs are my favorite animals. So I want like a lots of pigs. So maybe
Okay.
that. If you
Why?
don't know me, I guess it would be that.
Okay. Why pigs?
To be honest, I don't know. I really don't. I really have no clue. Like I have a tattoo of one right here.
Yeah.
I don't know where it started. I just know it did, and then it's just been an obsession ever since. So I don't really have an
Mm.
explanation of where it started. I just been collecting like little stuffed animal pigs for like the last 8 years or so. And
Mhm.
yeah, and I went to like a little piggy. I went to a farm. I went to. It's called Piggy Yoga. So we were supposed to do yoga with pigs, but I think it rained that day, and they ended up canceling it. So the lady just let me like feed them, and I could pet them, and I could like walk around that little farm, and it was real
How does
dope.
one do yoga with pigs?
I have no clue, but I was gonna find out. They rescheduled it, so I will let you know. They rescheduled it because of
Yeah.
the rain. So the next time, I think it's next month. I go. When I go next month, I'll definitely let you know about that experience.
I'm definitely curious. I almost want to come and fly up there to film it just to be like, yo, this is wow.
Now I guarantee you
Um,
that I'm gonna be the only probably black person there because when we went to the
I'm
farm,
sure.
I was
I, I,
the only
if I
person.
was a betting man, if I was a betting man,
I like my white people activities. I like to explore. I'm very adventurous, so yeah.
that's dope. What's the biggest misconception people have about a confident sexual woman?
That because we are like that we don't have morals, principles, that we only do it because we can't do anything else. I would consider myself very intelligent. I went to school, I graduated. Like, I'm not slow at all when it comes to what I do and how I do things. If anything, I feel like I'm equipped enough to teach sexual education without a degree. I mean, I feel like this industry definitely, if you pay attention to those type of things, it will definitely help you learn about things that you probably never learned about. Like, I could probably write a whole how-to book, um, on just
Yeah.
how to do this, and how to be successful in doing this, because I've experienced it. I've learned. I've made mistakes. I fucked up a lot. I learned from my mistakes. I fixed those mistakes. So it's like, it's a learning progress, and I feel like, if you can do this job, I really feel like you could do any job. I really do,
Okay.
because a lot of things that you do with this definitely
Translates.
with other things. So
Mhm.
I feel like this is a lot harder than anything that I've done. And I've worked plenty of jobs. I've worked for other people. I've done a lot of things. This has been, I would say, I wouldn't say the easiest, but I would say one the most rewarding. And if you put in the time to make sure that everything is right, it becomes easy. Um, but yeah, what you put in is what you get out. So if you ain't putting nothing in, you ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
Big facts. Have you ever felt the pressure to live up to your online persona?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like I am who I am. You either accept it or you don't. I'm not putting on, like, to be honest, like, I feel like the Quincy Rowe that you see online is the same person that I am. I just have a different name. Of course I'm not, my real name isn't Quincy Rowe, but I feel like I'm still that same person. The only thing is I just try to keep the name separate so that there won't be any craziness going on. But other than that, I am who I am. I'm not competing with it. I just let it rock out. If anything, I can say it becomes a little overwhelming because I am an introvert. People knowing me, people wanting to talk. My social battery be low as hell sometimes, and people just be like so excited and wanting to talk to me. It's like I can count on probably both hands and both feet how many times people have told me, like, I met you, and the first time I met you, I thought that you was mean. Like, I just thought that you was, and it's just like, no, my social battery was probably low as hell that day, and I ain't really want to deal with anybody, you know.
Right, right.
So that could be
People often think I'm mean too,
hmm
but I like them to think that, but I'm not. I don't think I am. Who knows? Anyway, I just don't. You know what it is? when when people think they're smarter than you, and you be like, "Oh, okay," you feel I'm a dummy. I'm gonna play dumb for a second. You know what I mean? And then I'll be like, blah, you know what I mean? But I think that's what it is. And people in this industry will play you for a fool.
Mm-hmm.
They will play you for a fool. And it's sad because it's like if we all realistically just came together and did our things and moved on, we all would be making shit tons of money. But
Mm-hmm.
nah, nah. Everyone wants to be the main character. And I'm like, that's cool for you, but I got other shit to do. Um,
No, really.
do you feel people have realistic expectations about content in this content
Hell,
space now?
hell yeah. Hell yeah, I do. I listen to it all the time, and I just be shaking my head like, okay, well, if that's the conclusion you came up with, do your thing. I mean, I try my best to keep it 100 when it comes to this content stuff. Like, if you ask me, oh, I'm gonna give you the nitty gritty. I'm not beating around no bushes, or we digging straight in the dirt with the shovels. Like, I'm not sugarcoating
Mhm.
nothing. If you ask me, oh, what's my opinion? Like, I want to get into the industry. What do you think? I think you should find a job. I think you should. I think you should find something to do with yourself that's better than this, because a lot of people don't last. It's like in this, I've been in this since 2019. So I guess since 2019 to now, I've seen so many people fall off. So it's like you did.
Disappear
So to
like
be honest,
straight.
it's like, but what did you do all of this for? Because it's like my thought
Mhm.
pattern was, if I'm going to do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm not gonna put myself out there, have my asshole and vagina online for me to be back flipping burgers. Like, no, I'm not. That's
Mhm.
that. Like, come on now. Like, you gotta have a better mindset than that. You know, you gotta
Mhm.
plan better and just because there's no way. It's like there's no way that I'm gonna be online goblin penis that everybody already feel like is immoral as fuck. Like, if you gonna talk about me, you can say whatever you want. Just don't call me broke, because I got a nice little piece of dollars in my pocket. So like, you can say
Yeah,
whatever you want. I ain't, homeless and
yeah,
struggling with meals. So
yeah.
so it's like me, I really don't care what people say, but I do think that this industry has gotten real crazy with the whole unrealistic expectations. Like, I didn't make nothing my first year. Second year, I had to use the money that I was making to put back into this. I didn't feel like I
Mhm.
really started making money and making a profit to year three. So it's like,
Yeah.
you got to really think about what you're doing here. Like, this ain't no, oh, I'm just gonna wake up, put my ass on the internet, and I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of money. Who told you that?
I had someone tell me I'm pretty. I know how to make money. I was like, word. Oh, okay. Tell me how that works out for you. Because there's a ton of pretty women online.
Hmm.
Ton
And
of
I
them.
wouldn't
What's going
consider
to make you
myself
different?
one of the prettiest. What made me stand out is what I do. Like, there are
Mhm.
thousands of girls that are prettier than me, got a better body than me, got prettier skin than I have, but it's like, is she doing what I'm doing? Is she better than me at this? Is she putting in effort? Like, I feel like a lot of girls could just lay on their back and make money. It's a lot of pillow
And
princess
that's what a lot of them are doing now.
here. And it's like, no, I'm actually putting in work. I ain't laying here just moaning all cute.
Yeah. And I'm not going to hold you. Even when I film for other people and I see someone just landing, I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna be here but 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna run you up out of here. No one's booking you. And you know the circle, the industry circle is small, so people will talk and be like, hey, you gonna book her? Save your money, homeboy, because it's gonna be lackluster as fuck.
but
And
uh,
it's
there are a
true.
lot of pretty girls that do make money that don't do
Yeah.
any. Like, I found this one girl gorgeous. All she does is post like half nude. She's not even fully nude, but she's gorgeous, like Pandemanian or something, and she's always like
Mhm.
night, like the aesthetic is always on point. She's always in
Mhm.
some island villa looking thing, posting all sexy. All she do is just take pictures. She makes millions. I don't even barely ever see videos of the girl. It could have fucked around and been AI before AI, but at the
Right, 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 right,
time,
right.
like she's making so much money just off of pictures just because she was just drop dead gorgeous. I would have spent some change.
Mhm.
I ain't even gonna lie. She was really that pretty. So it's like there are some pretty girls that don't really have to do too much. And
Right, but
should I be
I always
jealous?
call
Maybe a little bit, because it's like, how dare you, bitch? But I mean, it is
those
what
the outliers though, the 1%, the Tony Braxtons of the, you know what I mean? Like
it is.
there are people that will build a whole foundation doing a little to nothing and making a lot, right?
Mhm.
But for the vast majority, it's almost like the oh, because they could do it, I know I can. I once I hear mentality, I'm like, oh, you're gonna fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
Flat on, because you're already going in there with the wrong mindset. You worried about what other people look like, what they doing. And I'm sorry, as of lately, I could tell you two, I'll say I will categories of women that I've been dealing with that's been way better than porn stars.
Mm.
Fetish stars and
Mhm.
civilian girls. I've been like, yo, let me turn the camera on real quick. Like you popping it.
Mhm.
Because these girls that they want the name of porn stars, but the legends that we looked up to and knew, they were, man,
And
they
work.
didn't even give a fuck who you put in front of them. They were knocking everybody down
Mm-hmm.
with the same enthusiasm as the last person they filmed with.
Yep. That's how it's supposed to be. I feel like that's how I learned how to do this. Because I mean, I, of course, younger, definitely saw my fair share of porn before I decided to, join the industry myself. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I learned from the old school girls. Them bitches was putting in work. They was doing what they needed to do. They was not like, it didn't matter who the guy was. They was knocking them down. Same efforts. You didn't have to like, and it's like whether 2 inches, 10 inches, we put in the same work.
mean, especially we know, come on, girl, that dick ain't that big. You up here choking on some shit. We know it ain't. But I always tell, I always tell someone if you can make, if you can make the person you with feel like, hey, you came, like, hold on, what's going, or the camera person, or the producer, or the director feel like, hey, you did a good fucking job.
Hmm. Every
I've
time.
been on set a couple times and my man's like, yo, this shit's hot. And I'm like, yeah, this shit's fire. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
When I'm ready to put my camera down and walk off and it's still recording and I come back and y'all still doing the same shit, I'm like, oh, I ain't missed nothing. I pick the camera right back up and go back like ain't nothing happened.
No, I definitely like to be moved around. I like that. Like, if you're not going to put forth your best efforts, what's the point? And I don't think anything that I decide that I want to do that I don't put forth my best efforts in. Period. Because it's just like, why do it if you're not?
Yeah. Yeah. No, big facts. Big facts. It's and that's I think that's the problem too. We have such an influx of people just doing shit.
Mm,
Just just and it's not like they're doing shit quietly. They doing shit with the most noise, so you like you cluttering up for people seeing the people that's out actually out here doing some shit.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen, but I feel like that's also been a discouragement for me from me wanting to continue to keep doing this.
Mm,
Because it's like, yeah, I understand I'm not them, but it's just like they make a bad name for all of us when they're doing dumb shit like that.
mhm.
It's just it's just completely distasteful. And it's like, to be honest, I kind of want porn to go back to how it used to be, how it used to be exclusive, like how you wasn't seeing
It
it.
was like you couldn't just walk through a door.
Yeah.
Someone had to usher you into this building.
Yeah,
and then they coined you. And if you fucked up, people went after them because they brought you.
exactly.
I've
Exactly.
seen so many girls bring their boyfriends in this industry. They break up. They already solidified them because the girlfriend and her friends done fucked them mad times on camera. So now
Hmm.
he has a name.
Yep.
They break up. He's going off and he's doing some wild shit. And the girl's like, I don't know what happened. He was good when he was with me. No, bitch, you been knew he was like this. You knew he was like this.
Oh, I see it every day. And I swear, Twitter just be, I just be shaking my head, boy. I stay to myself and I just the scroll. Okay, I just the scroll.
Every now and again, I'll be like, I'll say some shit and then I
I
keep
don't
going.
even say
But
nothing because it's like I ain't got time to be trying to back and forth with nobody. I don't want nobody to say
oh,
what you said.
I don't back and forth. I even had some. It's crazy now because even now it's like you will post something
Mm,
and now someone has to comment to combat whatever you posted.
yeah.
You could have kept going. You wouldn't have to stop here. You could have kept moving.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I be feeling about a lot of stuff that people respond to on my Twitter. Like you didn't have to stop here and comment. You could have just said whatever you wanted to say in your head because that's what I do, and I just keep it
Me
smooth
too.
because it's just like, what's the point? Like, what was your
Yeah, I definitely that 2019. I'll even say 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That that right there. Oh man, that was like the best time.
I enjoy.
The best time.
Yeah, very much so. I was a little bit more out there then too. I'm a little bit more
Me
reserved.
too. You would see this is so people when she's talking about she used to see me wheeling and dealing, it was between that time. After that, I was let me stay my ass in the house.
Yeah, I took a break from conventions and all that. I think the last convention I went to was Chicago because I've never been to the Chicago convention.
Mm.
My friends always like, "Come on, you should go." So I'm like, "All right, I'll go." But I made a lot of money in Chicago. I'm gonna have to go back.
Chicago's different. And not to discourage people, conventions can be beneficial.
Yes.
It's just you have to weed through all the bullshit. There's so many people that will spend their last to go to a convention hoping to make money
Yeah, no,
at all.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like and they be like she said, they be the biggest star that you think is the biggest star. They
Yeah,
see, yeah, it be bad.
I've talked to a couple of creators that is definitely broke, but they got 500,000 followers.
Hmm. Hmm. I
Hmm.
know a bunch of women that's caravanning their way all through the USA just to make money.
Yeah.
Not me. I like where I live, and I go play my PlayStation quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm good. You, I'm,
I'm telling after me and you finish this interview, I'm gonna be watching my little ratchet TV. I got Zeus to watch. Now that's TV. I'm gonna kick up
you
my
don't have to watch Zeus. Just go on Twitter.
no, because it's like this is more entertaining for me. I guess because I don't know them ladies. I know the people on Twitter, so it's more of a disappointment for me because it's like even with Zeus, it's still entertainment. You know, it's still kind of scripted. Like they kind of pay
Yeah,
these
yeah,
girls to act like this. Twitter, no,
yeah,
these people are willingly for free acting crazy. Like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to.
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
do
I'll be
that.
like, oh, what's the biggest lie people believe about content creators?
The biggest lie that we all rolling over in some money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's not true.
At all, at
Because
all.
we
Not
get tagged
remotely,
in,
not a little bit,
we got
not
bills,
partially.
all that.
I mean, so this is I since hearing when they asked Bob Marley if he thought he was rich, and he broke it down like, what do you define as richness? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I feel like if you have all of the things that adults should have, and you're good with that, hey, you as rich as you could be.
Yeah.
What we normally, when we say broke, and you've heard me say it numerous times on the show, when you hear me say broke, I am talking about people that are truly. Y'all think you think Quincy? Am I lying?
You're not lying. Truly broke.
Truly broke. Don't have a pot to piss in and want to throw it out of.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're referring to. If you have all your, like I was just talking to someone the other day, if you have all your bills paid and
Mm-hmm.
you broke after that, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
If you still could go out here and you might not be able to go to Root Chris or something, but you can go to Longhorn, get your little something,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
But the broke people want to go to Ruth Chris.
And don't got it. And then hold on, and then when somebody else is down. And then
Yo,
how
you were reading my mind because
and then buy the
I've
higher
been
shit
there.
and then buy the higher shit on the menu like they paying for.
So even some of my clients that's in the industry, they've taken me out for my birthday and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How about I'm so mindful, I don't order shit that I can't pay for myself.
Thank you. Me too. That's how I am. If I know that I'm broke and I still want to go out, I'm gonna be on the appetizer menu, honey. I'm gonna get me 2 drinks, get me some wings. Keep it
Keep
simple.
it pushing. Yeah, but I'm not getting a 18-ounce steak that costs $100 something, and
I want
I
the
know I
12
got
ounce.
$20 in my pocket because someone else said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Order what you want." Because people test you like that too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I've had the same client always ask me to go back out and eat with them because they know I'm not just ordering shit just to order shit. Oh, how you go order some shit, take a few out of it, and then you're good. You pushing it to the side and ordering more shit.
How dare you? That'd be the last time. So I'm not gonna lie. I had a situation, and I went out with someone, and we were vibing. Everything was cool, and we ordering food, ordering drinks, and everything good. And this particular person was like, "Yeah, I'm about to order some food for my significant other, to take home." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, no problem." The bill came. Um, they wanted to split it down the middle, kinda, and I'm like,
Oh nah.
I'm pretty much paying half of your other person's. So to be honest, we have not been out since then. I don't like I peep that as just complete. Now the thing about it is, I ain't no broke bitch, and I don't like to be embarrassed. So I'm not about to
Right.
sit at nowhere and argue about no check or who gonna pay what, and I ain't paying that. Like that's embarrassing to me.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I just went on to pay half. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I paid it. But that's the last
Mhm.
motherfucking time I went out with that motherfucker. I tell you that. We ain't going nowhere together. Because to really be honest, how I felt is I got invited out. So if anything,
Mm.
the bill should have really kind of been on you. But
Yeah.
I'm always willing to pay for my own portions of whatever it is that I consumed. But at the
Yeah.
same time, how dare you order food for someone else that's not even here and then still ask me to pay half of the bill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the last outing. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
Thanks but no thanks. No, especially me, right?
Mm,
I ain't never gonna say I'm broke. I'm gonna just be like, yo, my money funny right now.
yeah.
Now, if I give you that quotation and you be like, man, I ain't ask you for no fucking money. Come on, come through.
Mm,
Cool. I'm still not doing the most.
yeah. Same.
I'm still not doing the most.
It's some people that's just inconsiderate. They don't care. They don't care.
Nah. And that's what I realized definitely in this industry. You gotta be careful of the people that you associate with, people that you have around you, because
Mhm.
your moral standard, how you move, they don't be moving like that. They be moving goofy as hell.
Yep.
And then looking at you like for you to join in on the goofiness. Nah.
That's why I feel like I got my little, I don't even call them, but I got a circle. I mean,
A dot?
or square. It's like a triangle. But I got a little triangle worth of people, and so my little triangle, I'm very happy because we all kind of on the same mindset of things. Now we do have sometimes where we be a little tit for tat about certain things, but for the most part, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Like I don't even be wanting to meet new friends. I don't even want to, be messing around with other people. Like I got one photographer. I got other photographers that ask me like, yeah, I would like to shoot da 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 da. But I've had bad experience with that too. So it's like I got one photographer. I got one videographer. I got one person for everything that I need, and that's it.
Nah, it makes sense.
Because when you have too many people doing too many things, it just becomes a nightmare. And I just like to be grounded. I don't like to wake up stressed. I like my peace. So it's like if I can keep things at a minimum as good as possible, I'm happy. Because I can be a firecracker. Oh, I can go off. I can be a capital bitch sometimes. But I try my best to stay level headed. But I just tell people I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Because I will cuss you straight the fuck out and have no remorse until you take it up with God.
So okay, so you being uh moving more into your introverted space, has that brought you more peace, or do you still, because even from what you were saying earlier, you still have that where you feel like you should be, I don't know, not seen more, but there's a certain level that you want to be at, but you still want to be introverted. Do those two things clash, or
All the
how
time.
you been dealing with that?
It clashes all the time. How I deal with that, I have my best friend slash manager, Chris. He helps me with a lot, emotionally, physically, editing, photos. Like he pretty much does the whole nine for me when it comes to a lot of my work. He helps me out with Instagram posts. Like he be on my ass. Like make sure you take pictures. Like so it's like because I'm not a picture taking person. I really don't like taking pictures. Like I
And
always
you take wonderful pictures. Like you don't have a bad angle. For people that don't know, I've taken her picture before, and like you don't have really a bad angle.
I don't know. I feel like for me to have all of these I don't likes, why did I pick this fucking industry? Like I always ask myself that. Like, how did you get here, sis? Because most of the things that involve you to be successful in this industry, you don't like to do. So
Yeah.
it's always a clash. It's always a battle. Because it's hard for me to work because I don't really like doing social media stuff. And we all know that in order for you to kind of be successful with this, you have to have a balance of social media stuff and, your work stuff so that,
Mhm.
you can keep the following and keep, the engagements and things.
Mhm.
And it's kind of hard sometimes because like I'm not really the person that want to get up and put on makeup every day or want to take pictures every day or want to be cute every day. A lot of times I just want to sit in the house, look messy, play the game, and mind my business. Like a lot of times I don't even feel like being bothered with emails or even talking to people, doing verification calls when it comes to work. Like I just be like, man, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that shit today. And it has to be like, nah, you gotta do something today. Like you can't like just not do nothing. So it's like he keeps me grounded, he keeps me level headed. When I'm fucking up, he definitely lets me know that I'm fucking up. But it's definitely a clash because of who I am on a regular everyday basis and definitely conflicts with who I am when it comes to work. Because I have to come out of my shell. I have to do these things in order for my work to work. And sometimes it can be very annoying. So,
Now I have a homie. He told me the same thing. He be like, everything else you good at, but this content shit, he be like, you lazy as fuck. I'm like, yeah, because I need to do it. Like I don't, you know what I mean? You know
yeah,
when you don't really need to do some shit.
Yeah.
So you
So you
tend
don't.
not to want to do it. And I don't need to do it. I just do it because I want to do some shit sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's too what, with this year, the realization for me came, like, first of all, people have heard me say it before, this industry now has become a whole sewage, so I'm good on that.
A
And
sewage.
then two, oh, tell me I'm lying.
I love your choice of words. Sewage is crazy.
Tell me I'm lying.
You're
See,
not lying.
has not yet say you lying. You full of
You're
shit.
not
Yeah.
lying. It is
Okay.
definitely a sewage.
Yeah. So it's almost like I want to pivot because I love to create. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You see me, you've been around me, you've seen other people that I've created for. I
Mhm.
love to create. And now in this space, people aren't creative. So it's not stimulating me the way I need to be stimulated to create. So
Mhm.
when I have someone new and they're like, hey, just do what you do. And I'm like, for real? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, bet. We gonna have you hanging. We gonna have wax on you. We like,
Yeah, and I am one of those people because I wouldn't necessarily call myself a visionary when it comes to the vision of things. I'd be like, I don't really know what I want to do, but I am a. If you have a vision, I'm willing to go with that flow. Like I am. That's one thing I can say that everyone that has worked with me has always said that I've always been easy to work with. Like even though there's
yeah,
people that be like, "Oh, black women hard to work with in the industry," not me, because I'm real go with the flow. If you have a concept that you want to do, you want to get out the way. Hey, let's do it. Like I'm not tripping about it. Like I'm I,
yeah,
I can conform and switch and do whatever that needs to be done to make sure that we get the work done. Period. Because that's what
yeah.
most of me. I want to make sure that we
I
both look
remember
good.
one scene I filmed for you, and I was like, the way other person wanted to shoot, I was like, nah, we blocking the light. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
we need this light coming because we were shot during the day. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, I'm gonna need y'all over here. And you like, bet. And it was like a little ottoman or some shit that was, and you like, all right, we can do it here. And we shot it.
Yeah, I don't look. I don't care because it's like I'm not. I am the actress in the film. I'm not the director. I'm not the camera person. So it's like I wouldn't say that I would have all of the vision to understand, angles, cameras, lighting. Like I don't know all of that stuff. I come dressed and ready to fuck,
Yeah.
ready to stuff. If you see something that's messed up, hey, let's figure it out. Like let's do it your way. I'm not tripping about that because I know that I don't know everything. There are
Mhm.
people here that are smarter than me in other areas, and it's best for me to listen and just do it. Because I mean, if it's fucked up, guess who we gonna blame? The
Yeah.
person who gave the suggestion. I'm gonna be
Right,
like,
right,
well,
right,
you
right,
told us to
right.
do it over here, so
No fact.
this
And
shit
I
on
shit.
you.
And I'll wear it. I'll be like, you know what? My
You're right.
bad,
That was
y'all.
my
My bad.
bad.
But sometimes that's what being a creative do because think about it. If every creative or every scientist or every painter or every musician was like they stayed in that little box,
Mm,
we wouldn't have some of the art that we have right now.
mm,
Sometimes it is trial and error. Like, man, I'm taking a photo. I just did one last week. The flash didn't go off, but I was using different lights, right?
mhm.
And when I showed it to the girl, I'm like, yeah, this is a mistake. She's like, fuck this mistake. This shit looks fire. And I was like, oh, you like this?
You know what? That has happened before as well with a couple of my photo shoots where
Yeah.
he didn't like it, but when I saw the picture, I was like, "No, I fucking love this picture." So,
We over oh, well, if you like it, then cool. You know what I mean? But
and
I'm not in
that's
love with
exactly
it.
what he says to me every time. Well, if you like it, then cool. He just keep it and just put it in there with the rest of the photos if I want to keep it.
Right, right, right. But that's what I'm saying. There's too many people in this erotic space. I'll say this erotic space, right? They're just not creating. They just whatever they see you do. Look at how. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh,
When your team did the whole glory hole, I was like, okay, it was a whole movement. Now
yeah.
everyone's putting up mixed shade glory hole all over
Yeah.
the place now. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I only knew of 3 companies that did it. Y'all and the Bulls out there in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Now everyone's popping up with them,
Everybody's
you
doing.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's doing it now. I've seen it. I really have seen it everywhere. So it's like everybody saw the glory hole and was like, because I feel like it got to a point where we kind of made it just exclusively for ourselves. Like I told my
Mhm.
friend Chris, because it is his business,
Yeah.
there were so many women that were hitting us up that wanted to be a part. And I'm like, you could do like a whole series. Like you could turn this into something. And he
Yeah.
was like, nah, I don't really want to do that because he just felt like other people were going to try to bite off of it, because a lot of people
They
come,
already have.
yeah, because a lot of people come to his events just to see how the wall is built, what material
Hmm.
they use, just checking your shit
Hmm.
out to see how they can bite off of it. It's
Hmm.
never really like genuine. Oh, I just want to come and just hang out and da 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 da. No, they asked him a bunch
Yeah.
of questions about his wall and how he got it up and how he did this, and how he put the lights in there, how he put the come button in there. Like everybody want to know all these things because it's different than just having a sheet up or just
Right.
something just regular. Like you got lights, just like you got this party atmosphere. Like it's and this is the first time that I ever seen it on his scale because they have like the glory hole website, where the glory hole swallows, I think it's called, where the girls
Hmm.
do the glory hole in the black little closet room.
Hmm.
And but it's just like when we do it, it's actually a party. It's actually girls in the back. It's like a lineup. It's music. It's a whole situation. And I feel like that's more entertaining to people than just other things. So he was just like, nah, I'd rather keep doing it this way. But then I feel like the rules for porn changed a lot. Like we have gotten hit with so many restrictions on what we can and can't do now. We have to have all of this sign, all of that sign. Everybody that's in the video, no matter if it's a damn fingernail, they got to sign signature to release to say that that they're in the
Hmm.
video. Like it's gotten crazy, but there's been so many people fucking up and doing whatever the fuck they want to, which is the reason why we have all these restriction now. This is the reason why everything is the way that it is because people faking test results, all types of things, and it's like why?
And
Like,
from famous people too.
come on now. It's just getting ridiculous. And it's like every time these famous people, they always put us all in the same category and
Hmm.
they have us all looking crazy.
Hmm. In the face. It's to the point too where it's crazy because if I'm dealing with a civilian, and they be like, "Oh, what about your testing protocol?" When's the last time you got tested? They were like, "Oh, like 3, 6 months ago." Depending on how active I am, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks? I'm like, yeah. They be like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, exactly.
Hmm.
You went through how many bodies in that 3 month period?
Well, for me, not that many because I've been calm and I've been sitting, man. This thing. I said, the next time I see my vagina, I might look down there and it's gonna be a Barbie doll vagina. It ain't gonna be nothing
Mhm.
down there,
Oh, it's
but
gonna be just
it's
just
gonna be
just
a just
sold up, just
yeah, it's good. Vagina gonna be gone, honey. Okay, that's how long it's been for me. I mean, I
well,
do my
because
little
too,
blowjob videos, but
because too, like you said, there's certain things that we've seen and experienced, and now it's almost like,
you better be careful. You better be cautious. You better be taking your prep. You better be getting tested because it's like now they got stuff that you can take that just in case you run into someone that just so happened to have
mhm,
something. You're
mhm.
protected, and it's like it's crazy that it even have to come to that to the point where people aren't taking care of themselves, where they put
They
you in
don't
a
care.
position. But you have to protect yourself first, period. Because I mean, you
Did
touch
you see?
it.
Pastors sent me an email. Certain producers get certain things a little quicker. That
Yeah.
there have been people taking their first round for like MGen and shit like that, but
Mm.
not going to for the full 2 weeks, and then going right back out in the shooting. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
It's just like, how could you be so irresponsible?
Because Quincy, they're broke. They have to do this. They have to do something to make, you know what I mean? Like the problem with a lot of people too, they don't diversify, right? They
Mm,
get into this industry a lot of times and they're just so tunnel vision just on this
mm,
or variations of this that that's all they're doing. So now when that's not making no money, oh, let me look at all the content creators now switching back over to TikTok to make TikTok reels
yep.
or IG reels or whatever's the new crave there, but they're just a bunch of followers. They're not
Yep.
innovators. They're not doing anything to set themselves apart. They're just doing what they see everybody else
Do.
doing.
Yep. Yep. You're right.
So
But it's just
when they
like
get
if
when they
people,
pop though, when they pop, they sit their ass down for a second before they think they've cleared up, and then they're right back to doing the same shit.
yeah. But when I feel like when it comes down to doing stuff that everybody else is doing, I feel like sometimes it's kind of like music for me. Like how many more new things do you think you can come up with? Like sex has
Right.
been around for so long. You think you inventing some new sex moves that ain't already been done? So it's just
Well,
like
yes,
so
because
I'll be asking like, yeah.
well, think about it. So you remember we had the big thing for the past, let's say 3 years, right? Where
Mm,
people were just finding the most outrageous places to have sex at. Now they know it's gonna a land them on a list or in jail or
yeah,
both.
yeah, or both.
But they're still doing it because I need to get viral. I need to be viral. I need to be seen. I need people to know that I'm willing to do what I'm willing to do for the art of this. And it's like you could have went to the national forest. You know the chances of you finding someone else in the national forest, like that's you could be out there for days and really not see a soul.
Hmm.
But y'all choosing Home Depot on the lumber aisle.
Walmart and the vegetable aisle.
Right, right. Just doing the most. So, like you said, the little small are making it worse and making the rest of us look bad,
Hmm.
but we stopped checking those people. We used to be able to check those people once upon a time, like, hey, Dodo, hey, we ain't fucking with nothing that you got going on because you making it hot for us. Now people are so scared to say anything, and God forbid if you have a penis, you can't say shit about shit anymore. So here we
Oh,
are.
yes. Well, I feel like people are speaking up about it. I feel like, but we're in a society where people just don't give a fuck no more. Like you could say
Mm,
that you ain't fucking with me, but that ain't stopping my money. That ain't stopping these clicks. That's not stopping these views. That's not stopping me from going viral. That's not stopping people from clicking on that OnlyFans link so that I can get paid. So fuck how you feel because I'm not working with you anyway. And that's the mentality that we are with now. Like, yeah, you might feel some type of way, but bitch, I would never work with you. But it's like that's not the point. The point is you making us all look crazy by doing what you're
right.
doing. But they don't care about that. It's all about self for
Yep.
them. They don't care about what their actions could do to fuck us all in a hole, because
And it
it's
has.
slowly but surely is happening where certain states are banning porn from you being able to even go on certain websites and things now.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it's a lot of websites don't want us on there. As soon as we even say that we doing anything aligned with this, our account is banned. I can count.
Hmm.
I've probably had over 10 Instagram accounts
Oh yeah, I'm up
because
there too.
it's hard to keep one. So it's like they don't really want us here, and it's like you doing everything to make sure that they show you as the example of the reason why the restrictions are the way that they are. Because you are the example. Your video is the example of the reason why they're doing what they're doing. And it's like, yes, I'm in the same industry, but you don't see me at Walmart in a thong and a schoolgirl outfit with my whole ass hanging out and 6-inch heels. It is kids around. It is
We
children
don't
around.
care about that.
And you are in the just gobbling a cucumber with your home girl, with the cameraman, clinking them together,
Right, right,
looking all
right.
over the vegetables. And I'm just like, really? And I said, yeah, I gotta get up out of this industry because this can't be life. Like people just
Mm-hmm.
don't care anymore. They don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion or how you feel as long as they feel good about what they're doing or it's
Right.
people that are nosy enough to click on it to see what's going on because that's really what it is. If people
And that's
weren't
I
so
had to stop
easy,
doing that.
it would
I
be
had to
different.
stop doing that. I had to stop sharing. Hey, look at this dummy over here doing. I had to stop doing
Because
that.
that's what they want. They want click. Like there's so much clickbait content out there, period. And it doesn't even really have to do anything with porn. It could be on TikTok, like motherfucker AI content. Like there's so much clickbait content on the internet that make people want to share it and comment. Like people just say dumb stuff because they know that it's gonna go viral. They know people are gonna share. And now, like I'm getting paid off of this. Every time one of you dumb motherfuckers comment like, "Oh, this dumbass, I can't believe this." Every time y'all share that video, that person is getting paid. Every time you comment on that motherfucker, that person is getting paid. They did this purposely for this
Mm-hmm.
reaction, and we fall into the trap every time.
Yeah. No, facts. Facts. To the point where I've shared some shit and I'm like, man, they got me. My
Yeah,
thing is though, now I'm not gonna hold you. I'll go. My thing is going to the comments. I don't even give a fuck what's going on, and I
yeah.
don't even care.
Comments
I
is
go to the comments. That be having me
crying.
floored.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. I fly to the comments. As soon as I see some video, I fly to the comments. And that's because people don't care about what they say. Everybody is so opinionated. They don't care what come out their mouth. They don't care. They don't care. Whether it's hurting your feelings or something to laugh at, they don't give a
yeah,
damn.
nah.
Because
It's
all entertainment is what they say. All publicity is good
is
publicity.
all bad. Yep, all publicity is still publicity. And
Hmm.
and it's hurtful too because like
Hmm.
you said, you be like, this is the state. This is where we're at right now. In 2026, this is where we're at right now, where the most outrageous, outlandish, most horrific, most whatever, it's always the most. We need to make it the most.
Yeah,
So we could go like I've had a client tell me, "Oh, I'm trying to do something so we could go viral." I'm like, "Viral? How about make a great product?" Like, who gives a fuck about going viral?
I be saying the same thing. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, like I love my little square, like I mean my little triangle, like I said. Man, sometimes me and my manager Chris, we be on odds with things because that's kind of his mindset when it comes to a lot of social media things. Is if you get enough clicks on this, it can make you money, which is true. But it's just like for me,
They demonetize us so fucking quick that it doesn't even matter.
But it's like I want to make mine organically. I like for
Mm,
people to just want to be around because they want to be around. They're here because they want to be here. I shouldn't have to do some outlandish things to go there. So it's like my best friend's page, her Instagram page is very clickbaity. And he made it that way because it gets her clicks, it gets her views, it gets people arguing on her page. It gets everything to go up. I don't like all that controversy all over my page. I get to deleting people, blocking people. Get off of my page with that negativity because I'm not having it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a strict program over here. Like, and plus, I said
Yeah.
what I said. This is my Instagram. I can say whatever.
Mhm.
If I say that the grass is blue and the sky is green, bitch, that's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I put it there, but for you to argue and I be telling him cause he be managing a few of our pages, and I be telling him don't put that clickbaity shit on my page. I don't like that. I don't like people in my arguments fussing and calling me all out my name and just being all cause like you said, people don't care. They comment whatever the hell they want on that thing.
Mhm, mhm. I just did my last episode of the podcast, and they going in about one of the guests, and I'm just like, y'all took time out of your life to do this.
Mhm.
And almost to Chris' defense, because Kay was on here a couple of weeks ago. There's one of her videos that's going crazy right now.
Okay.
And I'm like, my instinct is to say something back to the people, but I'm like, no, let them fight amongst themselves. Like,
And that's how Chris be like, nah, I ain't gonna say nah. We just gonna let them argue. Cause you know you got the good fans, the ones that love you, want to argue with the ones that don't like you, and they be
right.
arguing,
That's
boy.
100% what's going on.
Mhm.
100% what's going on. And she said a couple things, and then she skedaddled out of there too. But yeah, I'm like, almost like sometimes we feel like a mastermind, like, ha ha ha, y'all fell into the trap. You know what I mean? But yes, it goes back. But when you're doing that in lieu of making good content,
Mhm.
that's where the problem lies. If you're making good content and people just saying whatever, hey,
Yeah,
that's just them saying
it's
whatever.
just good
But if
content.
you're like, all right, let me look like I just shot someone in the head. Why? Oh, it's gonna be controversial. I don't got time for that. You already lost me already. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it don't make sense. Now, if we doing a short film and we might put the little snippet of that out there and people go, that's one thing we were creating and they just took whatever little piece they wanted to take and then they went on go. That's fine. But just to do it, take it, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel it. I definitely feel it 100%.
All right, but we're going to get the hell up out of here. You know, I only have like a couple more months left in this arena. Well, not the podcast. The podcast I keep going,
I'm about to say what
but
you
in
talking
the
about.
industry,
Oh yeah, yeah, you did tell me that last time we spoke. You definitely was like, yeah, you dwindling down and you about to go do some stuff that you actually would like to do.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we had that conversation.
yeah. But go ahead and tell the people what you got going on, and all that, and where they can find you at.
Man, I ain't got shit going on. I be chilling. But you can always see me. I'm always at Ken Swallow's parties, blacklist events. You can get the information from DC Go Hard, Kim Swallows, or myself. We have a Telegram page where you can get all the exclusive information to the parties, to anytime we were doing touring or anything like that. The Telegram, the link is in my bio on my X page. You just go to that and we'll keep you filled in. Other than that, I've just been chilling, doing my glory hole thing. So you can always check me out on my website or my OnlyFans and subscribe. I'm actually about to start playing Call of Duty Mobile on TikTok because, of course, I'm trying to get some TikTok money too. So
Okay, okay.
follow me on TikTok so you can watch me play some video games. And yeah, I mean, you'll see me around. I'll be outside sometimes. So if you're going to be in Baltimore,
Once a blue moon, and literally on the blue moon, that's when she'll be out.
yeah, well, my next time I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna tell the people the next time I'm gonna be out is I'm going to Baltimore for Monday Night Raw. So if you're gonna if you're gonna be there and you see me, just say hey. I'll be
Don't
there.
be weird.
Some WWE some WWE Raw with my daddy. So
Okay, okay. All
yeah.
right. I didn't even know you like wrestling. That's crazy.
I actually just was watching it today. I was watching a little bit. After the Clash of Italy, I missed the next episode. So I was just watching that just before I got on this interview with you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what was going on wrestling. I started watching wrestling after the Rock and Stone Cold, I think. Nope. Batista probably retired, but last time I watched it.
Oh
That
wow.
was my guy.
It's been a while. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, yeah. It started getting too cheesy. I like the Attitude Era and where they were doing the most.
I agree. It is on the cheesier side, but I enjoy the storyline and the entertainment, and it's something that me and my dad connects. Me that's our thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
yeah.
All right, so for me, My next trip's not till August, so I'll be around. Y'all know I've been traveling a little bit. Remember I have my videography class 101, 102, my mentorship program for that as well. I've started already prepping for the exhibit in 2027. I've been shooting the past 2 weeks. I have shoots up this week. I have probably about 3 or 4 shoots this week just for that. For all you that don't know, I started Velour Noir and Velour Noir Muse, two different things, all headed to the same direction. I'm trying to do my own like art exhibit type of deal here in Houston. So I'm doing everything is geared to that as of right now. I am pivoting my way out of the adult industry into the art industry. Yeah.
I
So
love
I'm very excited about that. Remember, if you catch me or want to see me somewhere, go to hektekvisuals.com and schedule me to come out there and shoot your stuff for you, whether it's couple, boudoir, single, or whatever. Just do that because that's the only way I'm coming.
it.
Um, yeah. So stay close to those that are close to you and be loyal to those that are loyal to you and don't do anything that you don't want to do. And with that, we'll be out of here.
Bye, guys. Thanks for having me.